Hello, fellow glue sniffers and sprue snippers, and welcome back to Blitzkrieg Model Works. I'm Bob, you know me as Darkland Forums. Happy New Year, everybody. Okay, I'm a couple of weeks late, sue me. This is just going to be a quick little channel update before I get into some kit reviews later on and some other builds. The Tiger One project, the Tiger One is done. I am having one heck of a time doing the snow. I've done it twice and it does not looking like I want, so I'm going to do it again. The figures, 2 of them are done, 2 of them are like that close to being completed, and then the diagram is done as soon as I can get the snow down to my liking. I did try the Vallejo snow, that little paste that they use. It's just like their mud that I used in my Yag Panther 2 diorama, and I really like that stuff, so I thought the snow would be really nice, except it's got all those little glass beads in it, like micro balloons or something, and for the life of me, I could not get that stuff smooth at all. It goes on and it's just lumpy, bumpy, no matter what I did. So I just used the whole container and ended up putting fake snow, baking soda, and woodland scenic stuff over top. So I don't recommend it. Lesson learned, but their mud is really nice. I really like that stuff. So what's going to happen in 2018? Well, as some of you know, some of you may be in the Facebook group already, last year, 2017, was the 75th anniversary of the German Tiger I entering service in World War II. 2018 is the 75th anniversary of the Panther medium tank entering service in World War II. So I have initiated a group build just for fun. There's no prizes or anything on the Facebook page. The link to it will be in the comments in the description section below. I will have to approve everybody that comes in, helps keep the spam bots and that out. Now, like I said, there's no prizes. It's just for fun. Any variant of the Tiger, or sorry, any variant of the Panther is good to go. So the D, the A, the G, the F, the Panther 2, the VK 30.02, which was the Daimler-Benz prototype that apparently was this close to being approved. So yeah, the Berg Panther, that one-off Hobby Boss kit with the 37mm flak, which there actually was one. There's photographic evidence of one. But basically any variant, any scale, any medium. So it doesn't have to be 35th scale plastic. It can be 72nd, it can be 48th, it can be 1/144th, 1/56th, 1/16th if you choose. It can be plastic, resin, paper, cardboard, don't care. Just build something. The group build will go until the end of 2018. It may just kind of keep going after that. But like I said, it's just for fun. There's no prizes and no rivet counting, unless the original poster asks for it. So if somebody puts something up and it's wrong, zip it, right? If somebody posts something up and says, hey, is this correct? Okay, then you can go ahead and put in your 2 cents. Please make sure you know what you're talking about, because I've seen so much stuff on Facebook and in the forums where people just have no clue what they're talking about. As an example, I just saw something recently about somebody asking like what color were the inside of certain hatches painted on vehicles, and guys like, oh, they were white, and everybody was going like, huh? No, they haven't been white since like 1940 something. And he was asking about something fairly modern. And even like World War II German stuff, they weren't white, they were exterior color. So they didn't have this big white beacon when you opened your hatches. So you just make sure you know what you're talking about, or have some reference to back up what you say. So for this year, still going to be focusing on Paper Panthers. Or Paper Panzers, since it's the year of the Panther. I've been saying that a lot lately. My first kit after the Tiger is finished, first full build will be Dragon's Panther F kit. I'm looking at it right now, kit 6403. It's the full-blown smart kit, so it's got the magic tracks, it's got the photo etch, it's got the metal gun barrel, none of which that I'm going to be using, because I'm going to be using the R model Link tracks, the metal ones that are like ferrules, but they have the machine brass pins that I did a review on a little bit ago. I'm going to be using a Voyager photo etch set, and I believe it's a Voyager or an Aber gun barrel. I can't remember which one. Now, all of that other stuff, I do have another Dragon Panther F. That the one that I'm doing is the steel wheeled version, and it's the smart kit. And I don't know what kind of pixie fairy dust they use to pack this thing, because when I unpacked it to look at it, I cannot get everything back in the box. It's sitting like the top's about a good inch and a half above the bottom of the box. I can't get it closed. So the other kit that I have, I'm just looking at it in the stash here, is 6799. It's the regular wheeled, or the regular rubber wheeled one with that really long barrel. It's the, what do they have it here? The L100 barrel, which would probably bend under its own weight because it's so long and skinny. I'm not going to be building it like that. It's actually, I've got a special turret that I've had for the last 20 some odd years from Cromwell models, which they don't make these anymore. I know somebody does do one similar. I don't know if it's from those molds or if they made their own. But it's the Rheinmetall turret, so it's a really different angled look to it. So I'll be doing that, and I might use all the stuff out of the smart kit in there. Probably not. I'll probably just buy a bunch of new stuff and go to town. Also planning on doing, I'm using Hobby's Panther 2, the production version with the 88 mil, as soon as I can get all the PE and the metal barrel that I want. And I've got stuff coming to be able to do a kind of, if you're into Panthers, it's kind of a famous Panther. It's a British Panther, not one of the half dozen or so that the British made after the war. There was enough parts left over. They actually manufactured some and they used them for testing. There was a Panther G, an early model Panther G that the British captured, and they named it Cuckoo. Cuckoo. The British didn't really number their tanks. They named all of them. So this was like C Company, I guess. I'm not exactly sure of the history, but I know of the vehicle. I've seen pictures of it. It had a big star and roundel on it. It was actually used. Apparently the British were quite impressed with the 75 millimeter high velocity gun. So I've actually got a Tamiya kit coming and photo etch. I've already got a pile of hurl tracks in the stash. All that stuff's coming. It's coming out of Asia, so it could be a month or two. So I'm not looking at, even looking at starting that thing until the end of February. And I've got some, not Alpine, yeah, it's Alpine Miniatures figures for British tank crew for in the 1940s. So there's all of that, and plus I've been going through my stash, and I've got a lot of really oddball stuff considering what I normally build, which is primarily I do like modern armor, like from Vietnam up is kind of modern for me, or paper panzers. That's kind of what I really like. But I look over at my stash and it's like, I've got a pile of Star Trek kits. Like I've got 2 Bird of Preys, I've got a couple of Voyagers, an Enterprise D, an Excelsior. I've got some Star Wars stuff. They're not very good. I've actually got an old original MPC Star Destroyer, it's a horrible kit. It really is. The Bandais are so much better. Zvezda is so much better. I've got some Babylon 5 stuff, a Star Fury, which I wanted to do in a really interesting paint scheme. Galaxy Quest. I've got some Galaxy Quest stuff. I've got some ship kits, including one I'm going to build because it's actually a pretty simple kit. It's a 1/350 scale sub that's going to come up. I'm going to do an inbox review that's going to be posted up after this one because I can't find an inbox review on YouTube. Probably because the last time this kit was released was 1996. It has not been released, according to ScaleMates, since 96. So I got that. I got a few car kits, like an old Viper. I can't remember who put it out. I bought it like 20 years ago when Vipers were all the rage. I thought it would be kind of cool. It needed a lot of work. And it's partially done. I've got an old Hiroshima Suzuki Cappuccino that I got. I have no idea. A Hasegawa flanker kit. I've got some part-built Tamiya kits, like I got a 109 and a Focke Wolf that I did it was part of a group build like 20 years ago in Edmonton. I got that close to finishing and just packed them away. But those I'm going to try and concentrate on. I got like about 20 kits that are partially done that I need to get finished. And then there's all the oddball, like some of the modern stuff. They have stuff you don't see a whole heck of a lot of, like scorpions and scimitars and the 103, the Swedish S-Tank. I've got one of those. I've been getting a bunch of soft skins, the little cars that Tamiya and Bronco put out. Man, those things are tiny. even for a 4-person crew car. You know, Steyr, the Steyr, what is it? Steyr 1500. You know, Schwimmwagons. I've got a bunch of 250 half tracks. Those are the smaller half tracks, based on the DMAG 7, is it? DMAG 10. Sorry, I'm looking at the stash here. And some of them, I've got a couple of cool conversions for some. I've got an old Hetzer, Dragon Hetzer, that I've got a really cool conversion kit from New Connection. Now, you might have to go digging to find out what that conversion is. As far as I know, New Connection's not around anymore. Plus all the modern, like I said, all the modern stuff. I've got a black and modern Russian, or some modern Russian stuff. I got a bunch of modern German. I've got piles of M113s. I've got a bunch of M1s. I got a Canadian Leopard Mexus kit for Christmas, which I'm going to do up. I've got quite a bit of info on that. So that's all coming, but you know, this year's going to be kind of the year of the Panthers. I'm going to try my damnedest to get off my butt and start building. I can build pretty quick if I really want to, but it's the last 3 months have been kind of a rough patch around here, so I've had other things to be concerned about. So, like I said, the next video that you're going to come out is of a 1/350 scale submarine kit. It's going to be an inbox review, because like I said, I have not been able to find one anywhere other, not a video. And then the Panther, I'm going to film an inbox review, but I don't know if I'm going to post it. You guys tell me if you want me to post it, because there's already 1 or 2 out there. They're kind of old and the resolution's not great. But I have no problem doing it. Like I said, I'll film it anyway, and if people want it up, I'll post it up. The one problem that I have with that is somehow dummy me lost the instructions. I do have a replacement set. I found a set online, but they were pictures, not like a PDF file. So they're kind of blurry, but they're more than enough for me to work with. It's not a problem. And there are quite a few parts differences between this one and the long barreled, the L100 barreled kit. But that's not a big deal. If you guys want an inbox review, because it is a really sharp kit, it's really cool. No problem, I'll do it. I'll post it up. If I don't hear anything, then to heck with it. And I'm going to try and do the builds rather than just showing you stuff that I've done. I'm going to try and do some actual examples of what I do and why I do what I do, because I'm one of these modelers that I'm kind of still old school from the 90s and early 2000s, and I'm trying to embrace some of the new stuff, because I see a lot of kits that are real dog's ear kits, like old Tamiya Panzer 2s and the old Panzer 3N, I think it was. It's just terrible old kits, but people done them up just gorgeous. I mean, you look up close, it's like, oh, they haven't done anything to the kit, but the way it's been finished is just wow. And that's what I'm trying to do, is more of a more artistic, realistic / artistic look to the kit over what I've done in the past. So thank you again for watching. I really do appreciate. Like and subscribe if you haven't. Click the little bell if you care if I put something up new, because YouTube will send you an email. And model safe, guys. Happy New Year. I appreciate all the support. Thanks a lot. Talk to you later.